Okay, hello everyone. It's great to have you all on board. It's another time with Tutor. I hope the interesting Tutor. And in today's tutorial, it happens to be the continuation of the course DES 309. According to the thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about the challenges faced by social development. As good as social development can be, it also faces certain challenges. All right, so I want to apologize earlier, all right, prior to our class that you might be experiencing change of tone and so sneezing thereabout. I am currently having cold, and you can tell by the sound of my voice that it's not the usual sound you usually hear. So just apologize for that. While I go through this phase, just bear with me. So according to the thumbnail, we have the challenges of social development. Just before we talk about the challenges. I want us to quickly talk about the implication of social development itself. Then we talk about the challenges, implications of ST. Social development is largely about improving the options and privileges of the people. Something you should have understand. You might have understand by now, but also have gotten that part of the whole thing all about. It's more like the all and sundry of social development. So it's just been reconfirming the fact that it gives the option and privileges, all right, of improving the people's well-being and creating what we refer to as a livable environment for the people. Now, in this context, the application of social development are, I beg your pardon, the implications of social development are extensive and largely impacts, all right, they're extensive and generally impacts on the social life of a people, the extent to which they govern their resources, engage in productive activities, and so on and so forth. Now, scholars, the likes of Doe and Wellbank and Doe, have argued that development impacts on different aspects of human world. It impacts on man's social life, economic life, physical environment, and so on and so forth. Now, one thing we must pay attention to is that social development also has implications for public health as well, especially as it reduces the changes of people. All right, I beg your pardon, that is chances. It reduces the chances of people to indulge in risky behaviors that attract illnesses, all right, and diseases. It also helps people to trust more public health care system, thus increasing access to quality health care. What are we talking about here? All right, we are talking about the implications. Now, when we talk about implications, we are talking about things that comes thereafter. All right, and just like we have been taught that social development generally is improving the living standard of living for the people, helping them, all right, to understand that the government or the people can come together to make something meaningful out of life. Okay, so like we have been told here that largely about improving. Here's just my mic. So we have largely about improving, all right, the standard of living of the people. Okay, now let's go straight ahead to the implication, the challenges. Now, the notion of social development was born out of the drive to eliminate social economic challenges. All right, social economic challenges that inhibit access to quality life. All right, social economic challenges that makes it difficult for people to access quality life, such as poverty, unemployment, climate change, and the likes. That is why we have social development, so that all these things can be looked into, all right, over a long period of time, and it can be adjusted. Now, some of the challenges that some of the challenges that social development faces are going to be mentioned in just a moment. All right. So we have SD challenges. All right. Let's just pick few of them. The very first one we have here is lack of resources. Lack of resources. Okay. Now, in as much as the plan, the intention, the strategy all looks good, all right. But if there is little or no resources, let's take for example, in an environment where there are no good roads, okay, community has come together or the society has come together, discussed its beautiful plans, beautiful strategies, everything looks good. But it comes to where the plants, okay, I think I need to adjust the camera a little bit. It's not actually placed well. Just a moment. Okay. All right. Trying to adjust the camera. All right. I think it's better now. Uh-huh. Yeah. So, good roads, we want to achieve good roads. You know, when we're talking about good roads now, it involves some processes, all right? And it involves some finances. So let's even assume that the finances are available, but you need certain natural, what do we call this? Raw materials, all right? To put into getting the granite, getting the, I think there's this word I'm trying to remember, just to ensure that the roads are effectively constructed. All right. If these resources are not available, the plant will be of no use. All right. So resources are highly essential when it comes to social development, when it comes to the success of social development. So we also have weak governance. If the government care little or less, all right, all right, okay. Now we have weak governance. If the government has little or no interest for the people, all right, it can also determine, all right, it can also be a problem for social development, all right. It also says here that poor planning, when there is poor planning, social development becomes a problem. As a matter of fact, planning is very important when it comes to social development. It goes a long way. So there has to be very good strategy for that. So let's talk about social development theories. Now we know what it means by implications, the challenges. Now let's go straight to SD theories. All right. There are a couple of them. We have a couple of them. All right. So following the varying definitions attributed to the concept, all right, of social development, there are various theories. various theories have been postulated, all right, to explain the nature of social development. So let's consider some of these theories. Development for some is a positive process, all right. Some theories sees development as a positive process, while others, all right, see it as something else, all right. Positive process that brings about transformation in a way of doing things, while others development is an exploitative process where some individuals, all right, benefit from growth changes of others, all right. Some sees it as a process of transformation where everybody gets to benefit, and while some theory sees it as a situation whereby just very few benefits. Okay, so if you're on the stream and you have not smashed the like button, all right, let's ensure to do that right away. It's highly essential we do that. Let's also know where you're streaming from. And for those of us who haven't joined the private class yet, let's ensure to reach out to Tutorial today on our official website, which is www.tutorial.net, where you find the WhatsApp button on the top right hand corner. All right, you're expected to use the WhatsApp button to send us a direct message, and from there take it up and guide you through the process of becoming a member. All right. So, with that being said, let's hop straight back into the conversation. All right. Now, it says here theories, okay, of development are usually classified into two. All right. So, these theories of SD, uh, generally, theories of development are classified into two. So whether it's social development or some other kind of development, so they have been categorized into two. Okay. Excuse me. My apologies for that. Now, we have the classical theories and the neo classical. Classical theory and the neo classical. Now, when we say classical, from the word classical, it means something that has been existed for quite a while, but neoclassical is more modern. Okay, so now under classical theories, let's consider some development. Now, under classical theory, we have what is called the linear stage theory. All right, linear, right? It says linear stages. Like I should put that correctly. Linear stages. All right, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that should be theories. Linear stages theories. All right, so I'm just going to put T there. Now, linear stages theories, all right, of development is what we refer to an, all right, economic model. This economic model does what? Views the process of development as a series, all right, like series one, series two, one step at a time, series of successive stages. Now we introduce the first stage, it becomes successful. So this first stage becomes a footing for the next level, level two or series two. All right, successful stages of economic growth. So the linear talks about, all right, economic growth in stages. Like I say, linear stages theory. And also under the classical theory development, we have the structural change model. Structural stages. So this is a model, not a theory. but under neoclassical development theories. Now, theories in this model, theories in this model focuses on development mechanism that helps change economic structure of nations. All right, from what we see as traditional to industrial. Traditional is more or less of the use of machines and sophisticated managerial strategies to that of industrial, where we see production on large scale because we have effective use of machines, improved marketing system, improved managerial system, and administrational system, and the likes. All right. So we have that under the structure. So we are seeing a comprehensive change in the structure, all right, of an economy. And what makes that comprehensive change possible is that there's a structural change from the traditional agriculture to what we refer to as industrial and service system. So we have that. So let's talk about the neoclassical. So just to honor the classical, then honor the neoclassical development. Now, theories such as modernization theory, dependency theory, world system theory, and a whole lot more, all right, are regarded as neoclassical theories. In that, they emerge after the era of economic definition of development. They're modern. So I said neoclassical, more recent compared to the classical. Okay, so we have that. Now, so under neoclassical, let's speak few of them. We have the likes of modernization theory, like modern from the word modern. We have modernization theory. So I'm just going to use T. So when we say modernization theory, it's one of the popular theories of development. Popular. The theory attempts to identify the social variables that contribute to what? The development and progress of societies. Take notes, variables, not just any kind of variables, but social variables that contribute to the development and progress of societies. Then we also have the dependency theory. Excuse me. Now, as far as the dependency theory is concerned, this theory is a direct response to what we refer to as the Eurocentric modernization from the word Europe. All right. So, a modernization that is focused or that is extracted or that was made possible due to European economic activities. All right. Now let's listen to what this says. It says there's an argument, and this argument talks about development is a part of the Western Eurocentric in brackets idea which imposed upon the third world or upon the third world. According to this Eurocentric idea, Western modernity is norm and gold, which is the third world, presented as backward and undeveloped should follow. Now, what are we saying here? A lot of development in today's in recent awesome. That was a thing from the network. Awesome. That was a thing from the network. I think we are live again and we can proceed. So this dependency theory, all right, says development is as a result of the Western and or European activities. And to some extent, that is true. Because look at the word economy in recent times. The Europeans, the Westerners has a lot of influence on it. All right. So this is why it's called the dependency theory. So I think we've been able to do well today. All right. And in our next class, we are by next week we should be done with this course and we should be moving to the next course. We're almost done with the course itself. So we have approaches to social development. All right. That will be what we'll be taking it in our next class. So assignment should be the second assignment O2. Now, according to your understanding, list and explain five, all right, challenges SD faces in recent time. So thank you very much, everyone. Okay, I think I need to adjust camera so we can see it. Yeah, I think it's better now. Oh, wonderful. So it says, according to your understanding, list and explain five challenges social development faces in recent time. So here is where we'll call a wrap for today. Thank you very much, everyone, and let's have a wonderful evening. I look forward to seeing you on subsequent channels. Bye for now. Okay, I don't know why this is happening.